कायेन वाचा मनसेन्द्रियैर्वा बुद्ध्यात्मना वा प्रकृते स्वभावात् करोमि यद्यत् सकलं परस्मै नारायणायेति समर्पयामि. With my body, my speech, my mind or my sense organs, through my intellect, my sense of self or my natural tendencies, whatever actions I perform, all of it is towards the Supreme Being. By saying Narayanaya, I submit my offering. Om Namo Narayanaaya. आदौ हैरण्यगर्भीं तनुमविकलजीवात्मिकामास्थितस्त्वं जीवत्वं प्राप्य माया गुणगणखचितो वर्तसे विश्वयोने. तत्रोद्वृद्धेन सत्त्वेन तु गुणयुगलम् भक्तिभावङ्गतेन छित्त्वा सत्त्वं च हित्वा पुनरनुपहितो वर्तिता हे त्वमेव. In the beginning, taking on the form of Hiranyagarbha, which encapsulates all life within itself, then attaining to the nature of all creatures, endowed with various attributes brought forth through Maya, you exist, O source of all creation. There, when Sattva is enhanced by attaining to devotion, the other two gunas of Rajas and Tamas destroying them, and then setting aside Sattva too, once again without any attributes, you alone exist. सत्त्वोन्मेषात् कदाचित् खलु विषयरसे दोषबोधेऽपि भूमन् भूयोऽप्येषु प्रवृत्तिः सतमसि रजसि प्रोद्धते दुर्निवारा. चित्तं तावद्गुणाश्च ग्रथितमिह मिथस्तानि सर्वाणि रोद्धुं तुर्ये त्वय्येकभक्तिः शरणमिति भवान् हंसरूपीण्यगादीत्. Due to an upsurge of sattva, despite realizing the faults of sensory pleasures, O abundant one, once again one gets entangled into it due to the influence of Rajas and Tamas, and hence they are hard to overcome. The mind which is intertwined with one's own nature is the reason for this, and in order to control all of it, devotion to you alone, who is of the fourth state of Turiya, is the only refuge. Thus you had conveyed in the form of a swan. Santi shreyansi bhuyansyaphi ruchibhidaya karminan nirmitani kshudranandascha santa bahuvidhagataya krishna tebhyo bhaveyuhu. Tvancha chakhyatha sakhye nanu mahitatamam श्रेयसां भक्तिमेकां त्वद्भक्त्यानन्दतुल्य खलु विषयजुषां सम्मदः केन वा स्यात्. There are many kinds of paths of activity which have been created as per different tastes for well-being, which lead to trivial pleasures and various kinds of temporary fulfillment, O Krishna. Didn't you describe to your friend Uddhava about devotion, the single most means of well-being? The bliss that your devotion bestows, what indeed can match it for those who run after sensory pleasures? त्वद्भक्त्या तुष्टबुद्धेः सुखमिह चरतो विच्युताशस्य चाशा सर्वास्युः सौख्यमय्य सलिलकुहरगस्येव तोयैकमय्यः सोऽयं खल्विन्द्रलोकं कमलजभवनं योगसिद्धिश्च हृद्या नाकाङ्क्षत्येतदास्तां स्वयमनुपतिते मोक्षसौख्येऽप्यनीहः. For someone whose mind is content in your devotion and who roams about blissfully and who has dropped all desires, all the directions are indeed found to be pleasant, just as deep-sea creatures only find water all around. Doesn't such a person have no attachment for the abode of Indra, Brahma, or attractive yogic powers? Such a person does not even desire the bliss of liberation, which may just happen on its own. Tvadbhakto badhyamanopi cha vishayarasairindraya shanti heto bhaktyaivakramyamanai punarapi khalu tairdurbalayirnabhijayah सप्तार्चिर्दीपितार्चिर्दहति किल यथा भूरिदारुप्रपञ्चम् त्वद्भक्त्योगे तथैव प्रदहति दुरितं दुर्मदः क्वेन्द्रियाणाम्. Your devotee, even if being troubled by sensory pleasures bond you to turbulent sense organs, by the power of devotion that attacks and overpowers them, those measly pleasures cannot win over. Doesn't a well-lit fire with its 7 tongues of flame burn away all the logs of wood? Similarly, the fire of your devotion burns away all sins. What chance do the measly, false sensory pleasures stand? चित्तार्द्रे भावमुच्चैर्वपुषि च पुलकं हर्षवाष्पञ्च हित्वा चित्तं शुध्येत् कथं वा किमु बहुतपसा विद्यया वीतभक्तेः. त्वद्गाथास्वादसिद्धाञ्जनसततमरीमृज्यमानोऽयमात्मा चक्षुर्वत्तत्त्वसूक्ष्मं भजति न तु तथाभ्यस्तया तर्ककोट्या. Unless the heart melts, the body tingles in ecstasy, or tears of bliss shed forth, how else can the mind get purified? What is the use of so much study and penance without devotion? This self is purified by hearing your acts, just like black coryllium purifies the eyes and then is able to perceive subtle truths, not through a million arguments devoid of devotion. ध्यानन्ते शीलयेयं समतनुसुखबद्धासनो नासिकाग्रन्यस्ताक्षः पूरकाद्यैर्जितपवनपथश्चित्तपद्मन्त्ववाञ्छम् ऊर्ध्वाग्रं भावयित्वा रविविधुशिखिनः संविचिन्त्योपरिष्टात् तत्रस्थं भावये त्वां सजलजलधरश्यामलं कोमलाङ्गम्. I shall meditate upon you with an equanimous body, fixing myself in a pleasant asana, holding my vision at the beginning of my nose, gaining control over the flow of my breath through puraka and other practices, and turning the lotus of my mind inwards, visualizing at its upper end the sun, moon, and fire, and above them imagining you situated there, resplendent in the hue of a dark rain cloud with your tender limbs. आनीलश्लक्ष्णकेशं ज्वलितमकरसत्कुण्डलं मन्दहासस्यन्दार्द्रं कौस्तुभश्रीपरिगतवनमालोरुहाराभिरामम् श्रीवत्साङ्कं सुबाहुं मृदुलसदुदरं काञ्चनच्छायचेलम् चारुस्निग्धोरुमम्भोरुहललितपदं भावयेऽहं भवन्तम्. With completely dark and lustrous hair, shining crocodile earrings, a gentle smile that flows with compassion, with the radiance of Kaustubha enveloping the great attractive garlands of forest flowers, with the mark of Srivatsa, beautiful arms, soft shining belly, golden hued flowing garment, with beautiful shapely thighs, and with lotus-like tender feet, I visualize you thus. सर्वाङ्गेष्वङ्गरङ्गत्कुतुकमिति मुहुर्धारयन्नीशचित्तम् तत्राप्येकत्र युञ्जे वदनसरसिजे सुन्दरे मन्दहासे तत्रालीनं तु चेतः परमसुखचिदद्वैतरूपे वितन्वन् अन्यन्नो चिन्तयेयम् मुहुरिति समुपारूढयोगो भवेयम्. On all your limbs, O Lord, holding my mind again and again with growing eagerness, once again I shall focus it one-pointedly on the lotus of your beautiful face with a gentle smile, with my mind immersed in it, in the non-dual form of the utmost bliss of consciousness. Without my mind wandering anywhere else, I shall be established in the state of yoga. Ittham tvadhyana yoge sati punaranimadhyashta sansiddhayasta durashrutyadayopi hyahamahamiकया sampateyurmurare त्वत्सम्प्राप्तौ विलम्बावहमखिलमिदं नाद्रिये कामयेऽहं त्वामेवानन्दपूर्णं पवनपुरपते पाहि मां सर्वतापात्. As I stay in this state of dhyana yoga, the 8 yogic powers like anima and others, and also abilities like being able to hear very far and such, shall approach me in haste, O Murari. These powers, which shall only cause further delay in attaining to you, I shall not regard, and desire only you, who is filled with complete bliss, O Lord of the city of wind. Protect me from all suffering.